In a world where Brainspawn invites you to his game, don't join it.
Unless your audio is concluded.
Wait, where is Lady Blooper's wireless charger? Because I need that when I'm streaming.
Oh, for your cell phone, telephone?
For my cellular telephone? Are you laughing at my cellular telephone? This happens to be the only cellular telephone I can afford. Should the very tall not be allowed cellular telephones?
Let's laugh at him.
It's that kid who laughs at everyone.
Such a random little kid.
I like that we sound fucking insane.
We do.
Because there's no context. Unless you really, really like retro Simpsons.
Yep.
It just sounds like a really weird bit that we're doing.
Oh, you're here.
Hello.
I did turn off that thing that gave us a hard time before. I don't remember what it was.
What are you talking about?
Weren't they like, I think when they kept throwing grenades, or maybe the acceleration of the grenades.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were referring to. Yeah, no, that fucking sucked.
Yeah. I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be a hoot, in fact. But it was not.
Having grenades thrown at me was not, in fact, a hoot.
You could say it was the opposite of a hoot.
What's the opposite of an owl?
Lol. Lol.
That's, I think it would be a... I mean, it ends in an L, so it'd be, yeah, it'd be low.
The rookie. Wait, did I screw this up? I just want to go back to the street. 'Cause I don't think
Oh, man, this... Is this the beginning?
I don't think it was, because it just said the street. Or you know what? Hold on.
Brainspawn, you've screwed us again.
I think I didn't do the checkpoint for the city streets. So I'll do the checkpoint. Because I know we're about
You've made me look a damn fool on my stream again.
I know we're about to go into the Oni Alpha site, but oh, here it is. Yeah, the drop points. Remote detonator. We did the Gauss turret. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. See what happens when you don't play in a long time? You forget.
I mean, I'm pretty inebriated right now, so I could forget it in a few minutes.
That's possible.
Man, I can't wait to be old and get Alzheimer's, because then I won't have any more problems because I won't remember anything. And someone else will be forced to take care of me. I will be a massive inconvenience to my children.
I just love that that's your rationale behind it. So like I won't have to do anything; they will have to do it for me.
Ugh, the soundtrack in this game.
I love the soundtrack.
Marty O'Donnell, my boy, you've done it again. Marty O'Donnell kicks open the CEO Mr. Bungie's office, walks up to his giant desk made of hard light energy, and throws down a vinyl record with the Halo ODST soundtrack, and he's like, "This is gold." That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, there you are.
How do I change this to good graphics?
You don't.
What the fuck did I spend $5 on?
Basically it's for drawing a 1080p 60.
Barely. My computer is running at 128K.
I don't think they know we're here. Ow.
Oh my god, I can't turn fast enough. He was jumping faster than my reticle could keep up. Let's turn this up maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think I'm at 5 right now. Let's just go to 7.
Yeah, I went to 7 for vertical, but I left my horizontal at 5. I wonder if that will work. No, that doesn't work at all. I mean, I remember I used to play Halo, maybe it's just because it's a controller, but looking around is still really stiff for me. Oh well.
I know I used to be able to play at 7. I don't think I can anymore.
So, Stranger Things spoiler cast, huh? Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 1. Mike's mom looking to get some deep dickin' by Billy.
Yeah.
What a way to open, what a way to, start the season. Yeah. I'm not saying, I don't know, that wasn't the intro scene, I just mean in general, like, what a funny, weird little, like, B-plot. God, this fucking ODST has the worst arm.
He does.
Honestly, he throws like I imagine Stephen Hawking does.
Yeah, like, he throws it like someone who's, like, never thrown anything in their life.
Like Joyce in Stranger Things. Alright, yeah. Let's just go through a few scenes from each episode, maybe.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
We see all the boys. Dustin comes back. Steve gets referenced to being a mom, I think, by the new girl, Robin.
Yeah. Like, how many children are you friends with, or how many children do you have?
Yeah. I think she calls him Mama Steve. I'm trying to remember. She's super cute. No! This is how I die. Oh my god.
I
She
think
is Uma Thurman's daughter.
I was about to say that because like I didn't realize that until like after we finished the season and we were talking like they're like the internet was talking about the actress and they're saying oh it's Uma Thurman's daughter. I'm like oh like I totally see it now.
Steve in his Chips Ahoy or Ice Cream Ahoy or whatever, Scoops Ahoy costume stayed in it the entire season except for 5 minutes at the end.
That we were laughing about that too. We're like, he had to stay in that outfit the entire time.
You think that's got to be easier for like
For him,
the continuity directors though, right? On
You think
set
so?
because everyone else has to keep in their correct clothes between editing. And for Steve, they're just like, fuck it. Throw some blood on that bitch. Throw him into there. Throw him in.
I got sniped. I don't know where from.
I got him.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's another one.
Well, I'll just walk into the plain open area, and then if I get hit, you take him out.
Hopper calling Mike a smug son of a bitch, being mad at him was really funny.
Which was great. Like I loved Hopper this season. He was great.
Yeah, he got even better. Apparently, David Harbour is kind of a dick, except to the kids.
So
Like, I heard people have said, like, he's hard to work with, I guess because, like, he was trying to get famous for years and years, and he got famous later in life, like, over this. I don't know. Just negative shit I heard. There's a hunter over there. Can I one-shot him with this gun?
you cannot. I didn't.
Alright, I wasn't sure.
I didn't hear anything like he was hard. Like the actor was hard to work with or anything.
No, like, he's, like, I guess that he's kind of a jerk. Not that he doesn't, like, do his job.
Well, so
I
much
feel
for-
like I feel like having been born in 1987, I missed out on all the good parts of the 80s, as seen in the show. I missed out on really cool 80s malls, games, monster attacks.
Ellie, the door locks.
Ah, shit. Why did this
Ow.
close behind me?
He's invisible.
Oh, he's invisible. I don't know if you noticed this, but Eleven was wearing the bracelet for Hopper's daughter through the series.
I did not.
Through season 3. Yeah, the one that Hopper was wearing before.
After a diagnosis.
I loved 11 and Max together. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was the second episode, right?
I think so. It was very
I
early.
don't remember. Yeah, because Hopper has the talk. I think at the end of this one, beginning of the second one.
Which was so great. Just like he's trying to keep his cool, and he's just not.
I mean, it's kind of Mike's fault. He was being like
It
a
is.
dick teenager, though.
Oh yeah, he was definitely like. I'm trying to think of the big moments that happened. Oh, this is what we were talking about. We were saying how, in terms of, I would assume writing, how gutsy it was that you kept Justin away from the core group. It was basically he was with Steve and Robin the whole time.
I don't think it was ballsy. I think you had to do it narratively at some point. Like, sometimes you just need different character dynamics. And Dustin and Steve really bonded last season, so it'd be weird if they weren't hanging out. Like, Dustin has a cool older friend now. I mean, he still loves his friends, but... And it's not like he didn't want to hang out with them.
Oh no.
I mean, they kind of locked themselves in story-wise because they couldn't communicate. I think once they wrote it, they're like, well, we have to. Because it'd be weird if Dustin, like, ran away from Steve.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean, It obviously worked. I think it was a good choice.
Oh, ditto. Ow.
Alright. Come here, dude. Not a fucking ammo for everything. Is this the Resident Evil 1 of Halos?
Where are all these children making their noises from?
The grunts are like Goombas in Mario Brothers. They were transformed into grunts from human children and we're killing them all. I felt really bad for Will that he's in like episode 2 when he wanted to play D&D with everybody, because that's how I feel in real life. That's how trying to get a group together is. I feel Will's pain on a personal level.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. Like, he's gotten the short end of the stick of narrative
Don't
stuff.
we look at this thing or something?
Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's over here.
I fell. Did you push me off?
No, you just walked off.
Hold up. This son of a bitch. I want to go look at the edge.
Stand by to discuss the objectives. On my mark. We're way off course. We're heading exactly where I need to go.
Max and Lucas still in a relationship. Brain sp-
Well, I'm
No,
work
it's fine.
stuff right now.
Hurry up. Look, you want to do this? Be my guest. But this ain't a job you want to rush.
That do it?
Signal's good! Arm the other detonators and pull back to me!
Come on, tough guy, we gotta blow this bridge. Dutch, arm
Alright,
the
I'm
other
back.
charges. What about
Man,
those legs?
nuts to
Forget
this.
about them, we got explosives to set. Follow me, arm the charges. Oh, no! Look out, Banshee!
Why am I even trying?
Banshee's down!
Banshee's
Did I not?
fast and low.
Did I not do this one? Oh, you did.
Everyone behind those barriers, bridges.
No, I didn't.
Come on, Super, unlock the keypad.
Ow.
If you don't let us trigger those charges, in about 5 minutes, your data center is going to be
I'm dead.
Watchtower Dutch, get up there and pull the trigger. About damn time. Do it, Trooper. Kill their infantry. Don't let us cross the bridge.
There's a sniper up here if you want it.
Being an ODST also makes my bullets weaker, apparently.
I keep following Mickey, and I think it's you.
Man, Covenant landing on the other side of the wall. Come on, Dutch. Those cops are doing
Okay,
fast
that
up against the
raid.
ropes.
I'm more surprised that it did not get blown up. In
I
the
think it
bridge
was, like-
blast.
Gotta keep the Covenant
Yeah.
away from that building.
Are we infiltrating Skynet?
Yes.
Ah,
Thank you for killing the big scary thing. Nice. Reinforcements. Reloading.
I got one hunter. Two hunters.
What a kill!
If you see red, move.
What else then? Oh, speaking of, like, Stranger Things and the Mind Flayer, did the Mind Flayer remind, like, were you getting like a Halo vibe with the Flood?
No. And I bet you Spooky would say the same thing. 100% Resident
Nobody
Evil.
cross my stream.
All the bioweapons, the biomass, stuff like that melting like in Resident Evil 0 and 4, the leeches. And the mouth, especially, that was like a Resident Evil boss.
Just like, maybe because, like, you guys play more Resident Evil, but, like, okay, I can see that too.
I mean, but if it was side by side, I would say that it's more similar to RE then. But I mean, it doesn't not remind me of the Flood. It definitely does. But the whole time I was watching it, I fought this thing before.
I did kind of felt bad for, like, everyone just got turned to goo pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like 40 people. This was the season with the most death, I think, because that kept happening, and I was like, at the end, I think at the end it said 40 people died, like 40 people missing, quote unquote.
Yeah, because yeah, there's a lot of death.
Laser up.
Fall back! I repeat, fall
Are you
back
alive
to the top
or-
of the ridge!
I am now. Where'd my items go?
I have this. Well, I placed the sniper rifle. I apologize.
No. It's fine. Just, ask first next time, because that's
I
rude.
know there's a rocket launcher back here before we head inside. I don't know what that is.
Wait, are we going inside now? What are we doing?
Eventually,
When do we get to go inside?
like 2 seconds mainly.
More contact! More
Ah.
phantoms look sharp!
No!
Ouch.
I couldn't figure out how to switch grenades in time. It's left bumper.
Ow. That damn right.
Ah, that was my favorite 90s sitcom. That damn Wraith.
Where is the laser? I died right around
Can't
here.
hold them! Everyone get inside the building!
Too many of them, Dutch! We gotta scoot!
Too many of them, Dutch. We got a scoop.
I don't know where my
All
laser
right,
went.
Don Knotts. How many shots did it have left?
It was full. It was brand new.
Then it might be this one.
Oh, you picked it up. Okay.
I'll give it back.
Oh wait, no, I'll get that rocket launcher first.
Wait. Hold on. I'll give it back. Give me 1 sec. I gotta.
Check those
I
charts.
don't even need to drop it for.
More
Okay, here we go.
explosives.
I got the
Yeah,
rocket
I
launcher.
guess.
Oh no!
I thought we were supposed to protect this building.
I have orders to deny enemy access to all classified data housed in this facility. You don't like it, jump your butts back into orbit.
Only thing I don't like is that our...
Oh, there's a machine gun here. Never mind. I didn't have to kill you after all.
They're cutting through the door. Settle down, people. Find some cover. Someone man that turret. All right, here they come. Watch your
You man the
crossfire,
turret.
people.
Left side, Dutch!
Fine. Have you ever heard of please?
And maybe thank you.
He's like, no, I haven't. I wasn't born on Earth. I was born on one of the colonies. We don't have words for that.
Trooper, bring that turret
How long till I blow my turret load and detach it before I get impatient and take it off?
Not very long.
Focus your fire to the right.
Where's that 50? We got hostiles, right?
But yeah, I could totally see the Mind Flayer being a Resident Evil-esque.
We're coming in on the left. Adjust your fire.
Ask Spooky in the chat. I bet he'll say the same thing. Because I did not realize he watched Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm surprised she said that too.
We were both. So that's why we both posted the shocked Pikachu picture in the chat after he said that.
Yes.
Isn't this
Jump
weird?
back
But
a
shouldn't this? Oh god! Shouldn't the energy drainer not be hurting me because it's to deplete shields?
That's what I was about to make a joke, but you died.
Like, am I wrong in thinking that?
I would like, yeah, I would agree with you. It shouldn't affect us because we don't have shield. Oh,
Since I died with it, it fell off the fucking mount. Yeah, it was kind of weird in season 2. Billy got possessed and he was drinking ammonia and shit. I was not looking at the screen.
yeah, it's like you're right. There was definitely the most death in the season between like
Yeah,
everyone who
because they
turned to
start gathering
goo.
everybody. Yeah, that's
Which, like, I
weird.
think we were-
Like,
Phantom dropping reinforcements.
so
Cover your
Nancy
rear,
and Jonathan have like a kill count now.
Yeah, they do.
It's weird.
Charged and ready.
And then I think we were talking like, oh, like at first we're like, oh, maybe they'll figure out a way to like save them, and it's like, nope.
I'm glad they did it because that would have been really weird and gross. Like, how would that have worked? Like,
Well,
I don't know. Like,
I've been prior to them all turning to goo.
okay, yeah. Well, they kept calling him like a puppet master and stuff and all that. Like, he's the strings, blah blah blah. I honestly, and they kept talking about their shadows because Billy literally ran into all those shadows. So I thought it was gonna be like Invasion of the Pod People or something. I honestly thought that all of them were still going to be underground with the Mind Flayer, and he made duplicates of all of them to send out in the world, but he kept their stationary bodies there so he could control them as puppets. Like that was like the link.
I did.
So I
did
thought
think of that
I thought they
as
were
well.
eventually gonna get there and find them all just standing there staring in the dark. Yeah, but nope, Jake Busey
Yeah.
died.
Yeah,
It's cool that Max and Elle became friends, by the way, because they didn't really hang out last season. They ran into each other at the very end.
It was like the very end, and then I mean, like, Elle was jealous of her because she was like the new girl.
Yeah. Well, she thought she saw she and Mike hanging out
That's the last of them, Dutch.
Yeah.
in the gym or whatever. Episode 3 had some fucked up moments. Will destroyed his little castle, which was really sad.
That was really sad.
Episode 3 was called The Missing Lifeguard. And that's when Billy nabs that girl like a creeper.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone on the elevator. I put enough charges in this shaft to blow this building twice.
All right, that's it. Transfer the detonation codes to my comm.
Trying to
If
think
anyone's taking
what
this
else
place out, it's
happened.
gonna be me.
We had like the
Eli
Terminator
Bird's gonna
Russian
meet us
dude.
on the roof.
Oh yeah, they call him the Terminator though before we ever see him, and then then he pops up
Really?
and he looks kind of like Arnold. Yeah, they say
does.
Where the heck
yeah
did
they
these
call him
buggers come
the
from?
Terminator or whatever. We see him like in the dark, and then later he gets out of the car, and he has like an Arnold look to him and stares around robotically like the Terminator. I don't know, it was pretty cool. There was a really good Indiana
was.
Jones callback in the final episode too, which we could talk about in a little
You're
bit.
on fire.
Yeah, that's rough. Will and 11 are having a fucking rough time in episode 3.
Yeah, they are. I thought the visual effects were awesome for the show this year.
Yeah, no, they got way better. Some of them touching the mind flayer, not the mind flayer, but just the little creatures didn't look great to me because their skin didn't quite match up, but he looked great alone.
Like I was just like how the mind flayer looked and everything, and like they were like, even though it was at night, like they weren't really like cheating it really. It didn't seem like.
Okay, I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not gonna...
Like, you know, like how in Game of Thrones they would shoot at night so you don't have to show everything.
Yeah. They did a pretty good job at this, They didn't really hide it either. I mean, they put their full effect shots right mid-frame and were fine with it. Also, it doesn't have, like, okay. Loved Endgame. Loved Infinity War. Thanos looked great in Infinity War. Like, you could see, like, his skin texture. Like, his, stubble. And his face movements are great. And in Endgame. But in Endgame, it looked pretty bad when he was... Was that supposed to be a cutscene?
It should have been.
I was jumping. I think I pressed A over it. But I was literally just jumping. Thanos did not look good when he was on the farm at the beginning of the movie. He looked very CG, and his clothes made him look worse because, like, yeah, he was wearing a potato sack, but the effects didn't look good. Like, it didn't look like a real texture like they do with their time travel suits later.
Which I was surprised. I was surprised when I heard that those were all CG.
They did real ones for some. You could see in the flex of the material, like when Hawkeye lands and he's laying on the ground, it's real. But right before the scene, right before, it's all CG. No, I could tell it was CG when I was watching it. Maybe because I was inebriated, but it was like, it looks weird because it looks like Hawkeye's head is just like floating in the suit, like disembodied. Paul Rudd's too, but Thanos didn't look good at the beginning, and I think that's because they're like,
I would agree.
Well, we don't have to use him for a long time, and it's a different character model because his face is fucked up, so he did not look as good. But when he appeared later, he looked better again, like in Infinity War.
I would agree with that. Like, yeah, I think between
like the lighting,
that
it
and
looked
like
he
how
was
his
in the
face
room.
was scarred. Yeah, and his face is scarred now. Like, yeah, I would agree. It didn't look good.
So that's what I was gonna say about Stranger Things. I'm like, the Mind Flayer didn't look 100% realistic. Like, it didn't look like Thanos could potentially be there with all the perfect lighting and all the textures on the face, because it is a fantasy creature. But it looked a little over the top. But I think they were kind of going for that because the whole show is 80s campy sci-fi, and I think that's perfectly fine for all the creature effects and the. Do we go down here?
Yes.
The creature effects and the style of the show that they're going for, the aesthetic. Let's see, oh man, in episode 3 there, Steve and Robin are already in the Russian base, and they're getting captured, and Dustin yells, "If you die, I die," because he wants to stay with Steve.
I don't. Wow, was that early?
Oh wait, maybe no, it wasn't that early. Sorry, it wasn't that early. But he does say that line in that episode. Later, he says he wants to stay. There was a little bonding moment in this episode between Nancy and her mom. After her
love that scene.
After her mom decides not to bang Billy.
Yeah, I like that scene between the two of them. That was really
that
nice.
was good. That was a little characterization. That was after she got them fired, I think. She and Jonathan.
Yeah.
And I really like that bit because they're arguing in the car, and both of them are saying, "You don't understand." But he doesn't understand the sexism there of the 80s and what it's like to be a girl. And she doesn't understand what it's like to be poor, like him. Like, he needs that job, and she got him fired.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there is inequality. But he can't afford to just fuck off like that. Because he needs to support his mom. Oh god. He needs to support his mom.
Not
Brain spot. You lied to me.
The street door. The street door on the bottom.
You're uninvited to my wedding. Also, I'm not having one, so I mean, you weren't invited to begin with. Fuck off!
Fly, you fool.
No, I want to kill him.
You're failing.
You're failing, Seymour. What is it with you and
What
failure?
is with you and failing? Why are there superintendent faces?
They were trying to sneak in episode 3 though, because Lucas's sister was calling it Operation Child Endangerment.
That was hilarious. She was a fun addition.
That was. I don't think she was a strong actor as some of them. Like she read everything in a very like child sitcom star kind of way, like the Olsen twins in Full House. But I think it was fine. But that's only because like some of the kid actors are really good. 11 was awesome this season.
Like, my favorite moment with her was towards the end, like after everything is done and Will and Joyce like hug and she's looking to Joyce and Joyce is looking at her and like 11's acting right there is so great.
Fully agreed. Millie Bobby Brown there. Dustin has gotten pretty good. The dude who played Billy was amazing. Who is the fucking Red Rangers in the Red Ranger and the Power Rangers remake?
Yes. And again, that movie is surprisingly really good. I really do hope they make a
I
sequel.
don't think it's really good. It was enjoyable.
No, I mean,
it was like above average for remakes, but it wasn't like that Inception or The Dark Knight or anything. I thought the whole third act was like, a little boring because it was just an episode of the show. But it's like all the superhero movies. The first one's the origin story, so I guess you have to. So by the end of it, it was kind of dragging for me. But I mean, it was still cool to see all that. All the actors were cool. They did well.
I would love. I want a sequel so bad, just because like it'd be cool. And like again, like what I liked about that is because if you oh god, Hunters. If you oh god, I've never seen a move like that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Doing well in his Pilates class.
That if you make the storytelling adultish, like and like sci-fi and dark, if you lean into the sci-fi dark of like Power Rangers, it's actually kind of good. Like it could be really good.
Agreed.
This is oh god.
Oh
I don't
shit!
remember.
Episode 3 is when they. Wait, am I episode 3? Oh no, I switched to 4. Sorry, episode 4 is the sauna test where they lock Billy up and 11 throws him through the fucking wall.
That was so intense.
That was. I don't like some of the plot armor. I honestly think that eventually one of the kids has to die unless they're not going that route. Okay, they do have crazy plot armor. I'm gonna skip ahead. Remember the scene when they were in the cabin at the end and it was trying to get in? It was just sending tentacles in. But later it's like smashing cars and pillars and shit at like the mall. I'm like, why would it not
just like
punch down most of the cabin? Like, that was done only for dramatic effect. And a lot of times, purely for plot armor, stuff would happen like the Terminator is trying to kill Hopper the whole time, but when he catches him at the end, he knocks him over, radios in, says, "I've got the American," and turns his back to him and gets punched. Like, that's almost too tropey. As is the fact that the Mind Flayer, a sentient creature, keeps roaring like a dinosaur when it lands. Like it's like the Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic Park. And the fact that like it's trying to kill Elle because that's its goal. But what keeps happening is it grabs her, or like it grabbed the mannequin at the end, looked at it, roared at it thinking it was her, and I'm like, if it grabbed her, it would just twist her in two. Like,
yeah,
you can't go to those stakes and have your character grabbed if you're not willing to go to like the logical conclusion in writing. Like the end of Endgame when they're all fighting for their lives. They don't have a break in the fighting. They're not like leaving themselves open. Like it's an all-out gauntlet on Thanos. I understand that
Yeah,
this is
it is.
more like less stakes, more kiddie thing. They have plot armor for their kids, but like I don't know. The Hopper thing was funny to me. I was watching it while I was very inebriated, and I noticed weird things like that when I'm listening to like the writing or the dialogue or something. I'm like, now why would they do that? Well, while normally watching a movie, I wouldn't give a shit.
I did like that by the end, like Elle, like doesn't have her powers right now, or her powers are strained, or something. Because to me, like even we were commenting on the fact that like how often is it that like you use 11 as a crutch because she has superpowers? That's like, oh, like she has to deal with the mind flayer.
I was thinking that all season.
Something.
You out there? Respond. That's an order.
So it was like it was nice to like
Give it up, Gunny. Even if he
you're
ain't
right.
got it,
So,
he's lost it.
so it was just,
Our comms can't cut
Season
through that.
2 was a little
Don't give
weaker.
up, huh?
I think season 3 and
What
1 are
if it was you
better.
down there? Just saying.
I thought
I
the
ain't
climax of
dead.
season 2 was
I'm-
really dull
You're a
because
piece of work,
11
Romeo.
was screaming at a wall.
Welcome aboard, ladies.
I'm
And
currently rewatching it now because I'm on the high after season 3,
Head
so
cheese
I'm
on
going
your
back to
6.
rewatch it.
Hit the deck.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Just rewatching. Oh my god. Good shooting, guys.
Touch. Status.
Way to go,
My-
Buck.
Live or
what
dead.
were we talking about?
We're pulling them out.
Oh, rewatching
You
it,
hear me?
3. My thing with it is, season 1, the
Make some
finale
noise.
was Elle screaming at something
back.
for a few minutes. Season 2 finale was Elle screaming at a wall for a few minutes. And I was like, I really hope that's not the end of season 3 while I was watching it.
What about
And I
all
was
those
so
comments
glad
we
that it
sidestepped on
wasn't,
the
that
way
it
up?
was her
Now we
not
get to
using
show.
her powers.
Yeah, it was
Which he didn't have.
basically.
Thanks for picking
It's
such a
basically
close
like-
look.
It was the end of
You know,
Jedi.
I'm really digging
group-
all these stairs.
It was
Do
the
you
end of
ever get
Return of the
tired
Jedi
pushing,
with
Romeo?
Luke.
You ever get tired
When he
of
throws
busting
down
my
his
balls?
saber and he doesn't use his powers
Point taken.
Oh,
against Vader. Yeah.
It was basically the kids all like throwing fireworks at the mind flayer. Then it's just Hopper and Joyce really that stops it.
Yeah, they stopped that main government part, but like, yeah,
Haven't seen us.
everyone does something has their
Take
part.
it out.
Alexei, the Russian that they caught in that episode, was pretty funny. Smirnov, as he kept calling him,
Yeah, that was great.
because he tells him that he's like a child murderer or something, and he's just smiling, drinking a Slurpee in the back seat. I also like the reintroduction of that conspiracy character.
Oh, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I don't remember it either.
He's also like the Cupid for relationships.
Yep. It was already funny last season, and it started happening in this season. Before they even got to the car, just like them being there, I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Also, can I get a prediction without saying major spoilers till we get to them?
Yes.
Steve on Lucky in Love. Mrs. Byers on Lucky in Love. Next season, they're gonna get together. Steve's gonna be Will's stepdad.
Ow. Oh, you died?
Yeah. I was trying to snipe him from point blank range. The hospital scene in episode 4, I think, was really cool
4?
and freaky. 5, when
That was-
the monster appears, and that was the one in the trailer.
That was really intense. Yeah, that was really intense.
And that's when they first got their kill count, when they had to murder Jake Busey.
Reloading. Stock him.
Yeah, the body count really went up.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It's just like it was still rated
me neither.
14, and there still wasn't as much stuff that they did. Like I think they dropped fuck one time this season, and I think it was the first one in the whole series, actually. Unless you
When
could put
was
it
it?
wrong. It's really hard to hear, actually. It's when Billy is in the sauna test and he grabs the piece of porcelain and bursts through the window, he yells at her, I'll fucking gut you or something to Max.
Okay.
Or I'll fucking kill you or something like that. I don't know. I watch everything with subtitles on because I'm like deaf.
Yeah.
I mean, I have I have such hearing damage. It's bad. And I regret not learning sign language when I went to college because my hearing is so bad that I'm like, it would be kind of useful sometimes just to do it or know it.
Stay put, Dutch.
I know very little phrases and sign. Yeah.
I do love all the like Hopper and Joyce like bickering, tiptoeing
Yeah,
around their
yeah.
relationship.
What else? In episode 6, yeah.
We got a surprise like little small cameo from Sean Astin.
Sniper, up high. Make your first
Oh,
shot
the flashback. Yes.
Not the flashback, but like when, or I mean, I guess the same flashback too. When, ouch, I'm dead. I forgot about the snipers on the balcony. When she was just remember like thinking like to spend the evening on the couch watching TV or something.
That's the flashback.
Oh, that's the flashback? I thought she was making that up.
No, I think she saw it. She was just remembering them on the couch.
Oh.
I mean, we didn't see it last season, but it seems. I mean, the way I interpret it is, at some point they hung out on the couch and watched it, and she missed it. Just because it's a scene we didn't see before.
is out of commission.
Doesn't mean like it didn't happen.
What else?
Apparently, there was a whole thing on. There's a subreddit called "Choosing Beggars." Have you heard of it, or do you understand the concept? Like,
no.
I put, like, say I put like a Blu-ray player on. Let's play. I'll put a computer on sale on Craigslist or something. Someone messages me. I'm like, okay, it's 700 firm because it costs. I'm just getting the cost of materials back, and they're a choosing beggar. So they're like, oh hey, I don't have 700. How about I give you 400? I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that. Okay, how about like 650? I guess that's okay. You can give me 650. And they're like, okay, when can you drop it off? Like, well, I'm not going to drop it off because then I'd be using gas and using even more money and going on my way. And it's a whole subreddit of that, of people like on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all those places. Like, a lot of people on Instagram who do art, a choosing beggar will be like, oh, will you draw my portrait of me for free? And he's like, well, no, I do commissions because it takes time. I need money to do this. Like with my photography brain spawn, like I don't, it would take, I wouldn't be paid for that. And like if somebody was like, oh, well, why don't you just shoot me for free? Like, I mean, it's not any work, blah, blah, blah. Sean Astin did that in real life. Making a website is a lot of time and effort, and you have to make sure everything works and the coding, and then you have to support it and stuff if you're being paid normally. Like, it's a job. You go to school for this. Sean Astin posted on his Facebook, like, oh, hey, for this event, will somebody make a website for free for us? Like, it's not paid, and it's all this work, blah, 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 and he posted about it, and everyone tore him to shreds on it.
We have a situation.
Really?
And then after that, he made a passive-aggressive post. He's essentially asking for an intern to, like, intern pay free to do a lot of free work. And then after that he posted, he's like, okay, well, I mean, I just thought that someone would want to do this for free for, like, the experience and, like, to say that they've done it to help us out, blah, blah, blah. Like, I saw the post and everything, and I'm like, Sean Astin, you are fucking loaded from Lord of the Rings. Why would you not be like, yes, I will pay you, like, $1,000 to make our website. It was just weird seeing him do that, and it kind of put me off to him because I know that he's in Lord of the Rings and absolutely loaded.
Hello?
That he would try to pull that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So when I saw him this season, I was like, fuck you, Bob. Is he Bob? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it is Bob.
That's a well-made glass brain spawn. I just tried to shoot through it and I couldn't.
Nice work.
Oh, that class?
Yeah, in episode 6, Billy was crying when the mind flayer was speaking through him, which was really cool and creepy. And that shows that they have some sentience during it. Like, that's dark.
How'd that one taste?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
and that
well,
also
especially being in, like,
also makes me go, oh man, he is a good actor. Yeah.
That's the
but also
bridge?
because like when
Gotta be
like when
kidding me.
like 11 first
What, you
started
afraid of
got
heights?
suspicious
Get going.
of like everything when he took over or when Billy took over, like what was
Come
her
on,
name,
Romeo, follow me.
and kidnapped her. Then she was like, and
Took over who?
like Heather or something, like Heather or something, or what was her
Where?
name?
When?
Like, no, the other lifeguard.
Oh, the lifeguard. Yeah.
Jeez.
And everything like 11 was like she saw her like in the mind space, and she's like, help me. So like, oh, they're still sentient in there.
Oh, it's like the movie Get Out. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see Get Out? It's really good.
No, I did not.
Okay, it's really good. And if you don't like it, you're a racist.
Okay then.
Well, I know you're a racist anyway. I remember when you were buying that giant cross,
Birds
and I was
wasted.
like, "Hey, Brainspawn,
Lost
what are you
the
gonna do with
pilot
that?"
on
And you're like,
impact. Rest of us are okay.
like you winked at me
Not
and
for
you held up
long.
a can of gas.
Phantoms inbound. Why am I not surprised? Pick a turret, Romeo. Conserve your ammo.
I'm
This
so
is gonna
glad
get hot.
you guys aren't racist.
Bad
It
doggy.
sucks being in the South because people actually are. It's fucked up. Oh God.
Best music of all time. Where's your fucking smart laser at?
I think there's a few laying around here, dude.
I thought that's what I thought. I can't find him.
Well, you're not looking
Oh,
hard
well,
enough.
let's play him. Well, shut up.
Why don't you put on your glasses, old man?
I don't wanna.
Sorry, I'm still looking up scenes so we can like at least mention them. I want to save this for more Banshees, but
This music is so epic. Wow. Damn you, Dutch.
did Dutch kill you?
Phantom coming in left.
No, because I kicked him off the rocket turret, and he was still so close when I jumped on. He killed me.
Watch the backflash.
I don't think of any other good scenes. I know there's plenty. I can't think of any.
No, I think that's the thing. There were so many that it was kind of hard to keep track of them all.
It's all vegetarian. Got him in my sights.
So I'm kind of distracted by these
Do we-
Banshees. Fast and low. What was that? Sorry.
Do you just want to talk about the finale then? Because that's the only big thing I can think of.
Let's see. I like when they are Steve and Robin are stoned downstairs,
That is great.
and they're stoned that whole time, and Dustin has to take care of them.
I liked her character a lot.
Yes, me too.
Backflash clear. Second turret. Let me do it. Don't be mad. We all know it.
The phone number that Hopper gives to the operator on the when he calls the government. Is an actual number you can call, and
Really?
that is that dude's house, the conspiracy theorist, and you get his voicemail or his answering machine.
That's awesome.
I can give you that number if I remember, if you want to call it.
Maybe one on board.
Let's see. The bite was pretty fucked up when Elle gets bitten because it pumps an animal into her.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty good body horror right there, where they had to dig it out like it was a fucking war movie or Bullet or something.
Yeah.
I like that
Then
she
again,
eventually.
just use her,
Yeah.
just use her power to do it.
Is it just me or did this glitch or something?
No, it's taking a while.
We got one more phantom, Sonny.
Here it is.
Holy shit!
Chief Fence!
I just shot fucking Dutch in the back or whatever because he jumped in front of me. Okay, yeah, the Ballad of Starcourt was really good with the finale there. When they were all fighting in the mall center. I'm so glad
That was really good.
that Lucas didn't shoot the monster. Because I was like, oh, he's gonna shoot and make some noise over there like in a stealth game. And then he aimed at the monster and I was like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do that too. I thought he was gonna hit the mind flare, but instead he just like went for the balloon.
Yep, which is way better. Yeah, Joyce and Hopper and the conspiracy theorist friend all infiltrating the base down there was really cool. I had fun with that.
How bad?
It's so funny how much. Oh, let's go back a couple episodes. It was so sad when Alexei died.
Not by air, we're not.
He won.
Yes, it was.
He saw how good capitalism was.
I know another way.
You know how they say the grass is greener on the other side? In this case, it was correct.
Yeah.
He got Woody Woodpecker. He was happy. He was gonna nosh on a corn dog, and then he fucking died. They pulled him away from us.
And not only that, like he was shot and dying, but like they come back and he's dead. Like
yeah,
we didn't even see like,
which is dark.
which makes that even worse.
He slowly bled out in a foreign country, with people all around him not being able to do anything.
Yeah, like that's dark and even.
It's dark. Yeah,
like,
we didn't even see it. That's okay. This is gonna sound like a dumb comparison, but in Ocarina of Time, you don't really see like a bunch of dead people, and you could only find this character once. When you collect all 3 spiritual stones and get the Ocarina of Time, and you first go into, or you go into Castle Market, Ganon is leaving Castle Market, Ganondorf, chasing Zelda and Impa, and then you're supposed to go into the castle, like the village market there, go into the Temple of Time and become an adult. But and it's urgent, so that's why most people do it. There's a little Easter egg thing. If you go through the back alleys, you actually find a guard, like one of the Hylian guards. And if you talk to him, he says like, I tried to stop Ganon, and you see like it says ... or whatever, and he reaches up, and then he like goes limp, and this is little N64 graphics or whatever. And then if you talk to him again, it says like he's not responding or something like that. And like you can see the castle guard die in the alley, and that's the only time you could see it happen to him. Like if you go into the future and then come back, like he won't be there or anything. So it's a very. I didn't find out about that till like I was an adult, and I saw people talking about it, and that's what that reminded me of, kind of in a dumb way. Yeah, the finale was really good. Then battling the Starcourt was fun. The whole Billy part was cool. How she didn't use her powers for it.
Like.
Although I'm gonna tell you about it because I want to brag about it on stream, even though it's dumb. Those fireworks were loud, and it was screaming, and it was knocking everything around. And Elle was talking like at a whisper to Billy. So I made a YouTube edit with all the fireworks drowning out what Elle is saying. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was super entertaining myself. Oh god!
Well, there's some fireworks.
Yeah. So I thought it was really funny. But it was still good. It was touching. I'm glad that Billy had a little bit of a redemption.
Ditto.
Like
At the same token, like, it would have been interesting to see if he survived, but I don't know if you could keep him, like, you can't rescue him and, like, somehow, like, everything goes back to normal. Like, there's no way.
yeah, he'd go to jail, or the government would take him, or he would just leave town and go on the run. Like, it wouldn't make story sense logically if he was just like, haha, I'm gonna join your fucking crew now. I murdered a bunch of people. I mean, I guess Elle killed a lot of people, too. Like, when she escaped the facility, she snapped a shit ton of people's necks. Also, that, I guess she wasn't trying to kill Billy at some point, because some of those times I'm like, you literally snapped 100 necks to get out of the facility in Season 1. So it's weird that you didn't just go like, crack.
Crack, crack, crack.
Snap, crackle, pop, bitch. The snap is your neck. That was Rice Krispies' original slogan, but Kellogg's thought they should tone it back a little bit. Okay. Let's talk about the Indiana Jones reference that I brought up earlier and I wanted to get back to. We were watching it. Me, Lady, and our friend Dr. Zewo. She our Hungarian friend.
Okay.
Watched every episode together. We did it over like 3 nights because I have to go to bed early now, so we would just watch a couple a night.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh, sorry, I was distracted. So they're infiltrating the communist base at the end. Think of communists, think of the Nazi base in Indiana Jones. Hopper knocks those guys out and he's stealing their clothes. What happens when Indy's doing it? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. Hopper says, I don't know, I'm improvising. Which essentially means the same thing, right? Without it being a word for word homage. And he says that while he's
I didn't catch that.
And I'm like, oh my god, it's like Indiana Jones. They're infiltrating the base, they're dressing up, etc. And then, in the scene with the fucking gate maker or whatever, they're fighting in front of that machine and he kicks him down and he's holding his head to it. I'm like, holy shit, it's like the fucking airplane blades in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
And then he falls into it too, and I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. There were quite a bit more references. Getting to this, 100% Hopper is not dead.
Agreed.
There's no way he's dead. First of all, when the episode aired, I didn't think he was dead because he keeps eyeing that hole in the wall, right?
That's what I noticed when we were talking about it afterwards. Like he was eyeing it long before. There was
no goo on the floor.
No.
And everyone else who got disintegrated got gooified. And like meat chunks. They set up so much foreshadowing that he's alive. And if he's not, then it's dumb. Remember the letter at the end? They leave cell?
Yeah.
Which was a very good letter, by the way. The girls teared up. I didn't because I'm a manly man.
I teared up.
I'm just kidding. I cried at the end of Endgame.
Yeah, that is true.
No, definitely I did at Endgame. Not this. This was good, but it didn't make me cry. Endgame did.
We're gonna find one of the tunnels. Walk on out of here.
Millie Bobby Brown's acting was really great during that. Hopper's read of it was great. But
was planning on it.
There's so much foreshadowing in the letter because he says like, oh, when you're feeling trapped in that dark cave, blah blah blah. Okay, so he went into the upside down, obviously. He went into the cave. And he ends his letter by saying, leave the door open 3 inches. That's about how big the crack was open. Leave the door open 3 inches.
Oh.
So there's at least 4 things there.
Gunny,
The other one
you're gonna
is-
want to see this.
When I first started watching it, and I was watching episode 1, and they showed the Russians under Starcourt Mall, and they're trying to open it, my thought was Russians, Cold War, etc. They're trying to sneak in, just like you use just like you travel a shorter distance in the end in Minecraft with Nether
This means
portals.
we're screwed,
in the Nether,
right?
sorry, in the Nether. I think that they were just going to
That you
open a
use
gate
it-
under small town America and walk right through and invade
Not
that
yet.
way, right?
Mhm.
Like in Red Dawn, except with sci-fi. So I'm like, that's their plan.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wait here.
That's what I thought they were going to do.
We're
So I'm
gonna
like,
steal that
that's
land.
literally what happened to Hopper, except the
Landing.
opposite direction.
Now's our chance. Mickey,
Because at the
you're
end,
with me.
they say the American in the end credits.
American.
sequence. A lot of people also
Ditto,
think
that's
it
what
might
we
be
noticed.
it's Dr. Brenner because he was confirmed to be
Which is
alive last
stupid.
season.
But a phantom? It's been years
Which-
since I even ran a
Which,
simulation.
to me, that didn't make sense
Well, let's
even
see
last
what you
season
remember,
either. Because I'm like,
Cooper. Move.
didn't the Demogorgon kill them all? So like,
Sure.
how was he alive?
What's the hurry,
And
right?
It was like
Just sit here
I
and
don't
leave
I,
you.
I
weird.
don't I don't remember.
Better
Maybe
get going, Gunny. The sooner we get
Some
him
weird
out of
what?
here, the better.
I thought it was like some like weird like I don't know like with a vision or just something like with 11 and with her sister or something or whatever. Some BS nonsense.
well that guy tells them and admits it. That guy that they go to torture. But I don't know if one he was lying. If he was serious, it's gonna be some
They're
dumb
between
comic
us
book
and that
bullshit where it's
phantom.
like he
What do
got
you think?
stabbed, but when you guys walked away, some of his crew got him out of there really quick and like stabilized him as they fled. Like, so people are gonna be like, they think Brenner is there with the Russians, maybe, not on purpose, maybe just forced to work with them, which is how they're figuring all this out so good and quick. Or the American is Hopper, and he's Jorah Mormonting it up in there.
It makes the most logical sense if it's Hopper.
No, I think it is too. I fully think it is. Someone was also saying they're doing the winter stuff and the spring stuff, and this is the summer stuff. So, or whatever. So the next one, they figured out when they think the next one's going to take place. Do you want me to potentially spoil it for you?
I think I read this. Isn't it like weren't they talking spring?
They were talking Chernobyl because it's Russia.
Oh yeah, I did hear. Okay, it's that
and
one. Yeah.
and somebody narrowed it down to like the date, and they're like, yeah, if they could travel everybody here. Someone was like, it wouldn't make sense because like that's so far away from where they showed in the show. Plus, they'd have to get everyone there from Hawkins, and I'm like, if Hopper traveled there in the underground, it would be like a teleporter essentially. It wouldn't be hard to get everybody there,
No.
especially if the kids go on a fucking Hopper rescue mission. So yeah, that seems just as viable as anything, unless it starts spreading and they decide to change it. So yeah, he's definitely not dead. I got very upset. I didn't cry, but I got like emotional because I'm like, oh shit, they actually had the balls to kill Hopper off, and then they didn't.
I was like, I don't know. I was upset at first, but I'm just impressed that you were like, huh, you were going to do this.
I was going to do what?
Like they were going to kill Hopper. I'm like, that's really ballsy of you.
Yeah, I really thought they would. I think it would have more impact if they did. Not that I'd want to see him go or die. It would be better character development for the kids and Elle and everything. But, oh god, I don't know how to fucking pilot this thing.
Yeah, don't remember either.
Cabin secure. Flight controls read green
It
across
was-
You
it
can
was-
hover, so
The season was very good, though. How do you hover?
She's good to go.
I think you just
On my way.
stop moving.
Oh, that's cool and weird. There was
It's Halo 1.
When you hold back, you
Halo
slowly
1
start
Banshee.
falling. I thought you had to hold back. You mean Halo 2 Banshee?
Yeah, I don't remember.
What are these guys waiting for? Oh, Roma's getting in. Okay. Roma.
I mean, technically they don't need us to escort them because the Phantom's invulnerable.
All set back there? Affirmative. Romeo, let's man these turrets.
I don't know what I did with my flight controls, but I'm having a really hard time turning the Banshee left and right. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how to do
I know why.
Okay.
I used to play on
That's the way we're
Legacy,
headed. Take 'em out.
and now I'm just playing on default. So that's why I can't turn it like normal, and I feel crazy. I feel like, oh, my controls are mixed up. What am I gonna do about that?
Head
Like,
through
I
the
don't
tunnel,
know,
Gunny.
Scoob. What are we gonna do? Zoinks.
Go on, Gunny, take the lead. Everyone watch their elbows. Gonna be a tight squeeze.
By the way, if your elbows are outside of the Phantom, put them back in the Phantom.
Well, look at that. I think we found us a squid house. Give me an angle. I'm gonna burn it to the ground.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to what they do with season 4.
Aliens.
It's the last season, you know that, right?
Well, like the good book says,
Oh,
payback's
really?
a bitch.
They announced that that's their last season. That they're gonna wrap it up. That's their idea for the story. That's
Good, because
Lock the door to the next area.
that's what we were
Yeah.
talking about. Like,
Hang on, I'll
if we're
set a
like,
beacon.
finish it up at 4, or like go to season 5 and call it.
that's why a lot of people think it's gonna be like the Chernobyl disaster, because it's gonna be 11's biggest battle and all that, and they'll cover it up with a nuclear meltdown.
Which actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, it would be the perfect like crazy weird government cover up and all that.
Gunny?
A whole lot of covenant.
I
Gathering
mean,
around
like,
the equator
it's
from that
like we've
subspace
seen them do it before, so like it would make total sense.
Captain would have known.
Yeah.
I do really want to discuss Far From Home with you. It was so good, I want to see it again.
I really want to see it, and we're gonna go next Friday. Oh, it opened the door. I'm like, why are we just fighting these guys?
You know it's
for?
the end of the phase, right? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Like, Far From Home basically was an epilogue to everything, more or less, from what I've heard.
I didn't want to know that, but somebody at my work told me that. He's like, oh, did you hear? Far From Home is the final movie in that
Doors open, I'll go
phase.
first.
And like, this was when Endgame had just come out, so Far From Home wasn't anywhere near out yet. And I'm like, to me that's almost a spoiler. I don't want to know anything that happens in it yet.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, did you hear something about Far From Home? And I'm like, oh wait, no, don't tell me. And he's like, no, it's nothing, just that it's the end of phase 4. And I'm like, why the fuck would you keep talking?
I said stop talking.
I said stop talking as I furiously sew his mouth shut. We don't talk that much anymore, like on mic and stuff, and it's just you and me, so I don't have much to, You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna sound like a total jerk if I do.
What?
Since you and I don't talk as much anymore, and I regularly interact with Lady Blooper and my friends here, I have a lot of fodder, and I think I've gotten significantly funnier because I have to consistently entertain like a group of people. And because of my years of working in retail, I honed that. And I didn't want to say it because I'm like, oh man, does that make me sound super narcissistic if I'm like, hey, Brainspawn, I'm funnier now.
Ow.
But it's so hard to
I
like
would've said that.
display that on stream or prove it or anything because like a lot of times on stream I'm
have no
literally
context.
talking to myself also.
I'm dead, by the way.
I know. I'm trying to get to safety here.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't sure.
You could respawn. Oh my Christ.
You're sparking. Like, I am, like, literally floating in the water. This is kind of creepy.
Ooh, I want to see your corpse.
How far back do you have to go, dear lord? Like, there's no enemies here.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Well, here I go. Well, here I go. Killing again. Is it only because of these guys? Ow. You dicks.
I saw it. It was like 4 consecutive shots to hit you.
Where are... Fuck off. You're still alive. Wait, is that just his body? That's just his body. What are you guys shooting at? This motherfucker? Can that thing
He's
hurt
not
me?
even an enemy. No.
They're shooting it though.
No, they're shooting at it, but...
Oh my god, come on. I wish my Banshee would stop falling. Oh no! I can't. This is stupid. You guys are shooting me.
This looks hilarious on my screen because this giant dumb whale just spin you around.
How many hits does it take?
I'm
Oh
still
my
not
God.
alive.
I know. How do I move on? Do I have to push a button?
Yeah.
That's stupid. We have garage door openers now.
Jammed. Must have lost power.
I'll head through on foot, see if I can find a workaround inside the tunnel.
Go on in, Gunny. We'll cover the door.
Oh,
Make
son
sure
of
no
a
one
bitch.
gets in behind you.
Why am I still not back? Like, it's perfectly safe. I would have laughed if you guys squished you. Oh, now I'm back.
I was slightly concerned.
Well, you know what that's funny is because we've played enough video games that we are fully aware, like, there's the possibility that would squish us and we would have to go back to a checkpoint.
Yeah, there's a, I mean, it's like Halo 1, essentially, where, like, the slightest tap would kill you if the vehicle was sliding. There's I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's a subreddit called Game Physics that essentially is bizarre video game physics or video game spazzing or glitching out. It's pretty funny. You get to see some weird ass shit happen.
There is a chief in here somewhere.
Shotgun beats everything. I mean, the elites were cool. The brutes never got cool though.
No.
Like, the elites have their shield. The brutes have some shield, but they're like, you know what? They're not cool enough. Shoot them until they're naked, and then you can kill them. Did you ever shoot someone
Pretty
so
much.
hard that their clothes fell off?
I wish.
Yeah, that would have made college more interesting. I'm dead, by the way.
I know. What the fuck?
What happened?
I thought I heard like Mickey like cheering. I'm like, Mickey, you're in the Phantom. How are you like cheering?
We have headsets. Although you're right, I don't know what he must be watching like the Blurns ball game in there.
Check the far end of the tunnel. Might be a
Maybe.
backup generator.
Because he wouldn't be able to see and cheer us on. Where are we going? Wasn't I in this
Right
room?
here.
Or was I in the identical room?
That did it. Doors open.
Doors open. How much longer is this level? Because I need to go like lay down in like 10 minutes.
Like, I think once we clear this area, that's basically it.
Scarab, right by our exit.
This is the best mission ever.
Get out of there, you fat bitch.
Evade or destroy Scarab.
I could have sworn I had another weapon. Alright. Oh! That's the Scarab.
Well, so much for yep.
Hey, how'd I get here?
Don't you have something like? Why is it shooting at us when you have this giant Phantom? Like,
Right?
you're gonna focus on like the two like pipsqueaks.
I am more impressed that it could see us from that distance. There must be a grunt standing on the roof with a pair of binoculars.
Probably.
I see him. And then after he kills us, he gets a big ol' swig of that food nipple.
Firing main cannon.
Wait, we can't kill it like we can in Halo 3, right?
You can, it's just harder.
Because it's the Halo 2 Scarab?
No, it's the Halo 3 Scarab.
Oh.
It's just harder because it's we're ODSTs and weaken people. I'm just trying to shoot it back so I can.
I got it.
Oh, you got it on?
Yeah, I just landed on it.
No.
Head into the tunnel before another one shows up.
They just keep sending scarabs at these fucking 4 ODSTs. Send another. Come on,
Sure,
you
we've
fucking
sent 4.
bitch.
Well, send another.
He's like a
Oh, this
fucking
guy survived.
80s cartoon villain. He's like, oh, oh man, I saw him.
That-
Wait,
that-
is it a grunt?
No, it was a brute.
Okay, there was a grunt in there shooting at me for a long time, and I honestly thought he was going to survive it.
You're right. The Covenant would do that. Like, send more.
The Prophet of Regret really is just a villain from like G.I. Joe or Inspector Gadget or any of that.
Pretty much.
I'll get you, Gadget. If it's the last thing I do.
I just love that you were speeding through and all the explosions got you.
Oh, I think I lived. Wait.
Not on my screen. You had to
were
relax.
we supposed to do something else?
No, you just basically just drive through. That water
Keep her
doesn't
steady,
look
Mickey.
half bad.
No, it looks
doing
pretty damn
okay?
good.
Just glad we didn't go with your first plan.
My
Look at those
controller's
tunnels.
vibrating like crazy.
Ones that aren't flooded are probably packed with buggers. Hell, I wouldn't go down there even if you ordered me to.
Come on, Veronica.
Well, I'm ordering you
What
to
could
go
be
down
more
there.
important than that carrier?
My orders. And Buck.
Essentially, it's like
Mickey,
you'll do
turn
whatever
around.
I tell
Find
you
a
to
safe
do.
place to set us down.
What? Why?
I lost something.
The Halo
Now I
lore
know
went
where
off
to
the
find
rails. Like, this game is so cool. It's a cool little standalone game, and they're like, Buck, you're a Spartan now. The fucking character you play as, fucking rookie, died. One of them becomes a fucking Covenant apologist and fucking kills one of the other ones. And I'm like, this is all fucking stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, it did go a little off
like,
the
just
rails.
fucking go to hell, whoever wrote this. Sick of your bullshit.
Got no time for this bullshit. I'm surprised the chief isn't even like this. Like I know, he just says it when like you're playing. He's like, I don't have time for this now.
What's funny is like the chief isn't even in this. He just cameos to be like, fuck this, and leaves. What a weird grenade. Did this sea cucumber just jizz on me?
Like, what was the point of that?
What, the chief? The chief showing up?
No.
Uninvited, or him fucking around with that?
The rookie doing that. That is such bullshit. I threw that and it went right through you. Hate you.
Yeah, do something, scrub. Oh god, he's gonna 1v1 me.
Fox only, Final Destination.
Lockout. Fox only battle rifles lockout. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta pack my Switch tomorrow, Brainspawn. I've been taking my Switch to work with me on Fridays, and me and my coworkers sit at our desks and play Smash Brothers versus each other. Like we all have our little cubicle, so we don't have to sit right next to each other. So we can't even see each other's screen or each other, but we just talk over the cubicles, and we're like, okay, is everyone in?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I really don't. I play with the Joy-Con slid into that thing, and I don't like. I think I'd like the Pro Controller that much more because I like the Pro Controller a lot for the Wii U, and it's almost identical, but it's like an Xbox controller, which makes no sense for Smash Brothers to me. When I play at home, right? Yeah.
I feel the same way because like,
it's unnatural. You should just get that adapter, dude. The adapter's so cheap, and you can use your old GameCube controllers. The adapter was like $15.
I think I would have to clean my like GameCube controller because it's dusty.
That's not hard. And I think on-brand ones are like $30 or $40. You don't have to buy the Smash edition, but I think like real Nintendo GameCube controllers, new ones, I think are $30 to $40. But when I come home, I actually met someone new who I do play Smash with, and he's pretty good. But I'm way better with the GameCube controller, and at work I feel like a jackass. Because the GameCube controllers are wired, and at work I'm playing on that dumb little screen. I'm playing with the Joy-Con slid into that thing, and I'm playing over. We're not even on Wi-Fi. We're just using the Switch's ability to play. So there's a little bit of input lag, plus the Joy-Con wireless input lag. If I play this guy in a fairground, I think I would do better. Because he used to win a lot. Because he's like, oh, I only play with a Pro Controller. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? From another dimension? But you can't play with the Wii U with a GameCube on mobile. But now that I've started getting used to the stupid Joy-Cons, I've started going about 50-50 on him. And I think I can improve on that. I just want to brag about my Smash ability on stream.
When I was playing Mario Odyssey, because it was before I got the Pro Controller, so I was either playing mobile with the Joy-Cons or the little plastic thing, you can house the Joy-Cons in. And it was like,
yeah, that's what I play with, that little house.
And it's such a pain in the butt. So like when I replayed Mario Odyssey, once I got a Pro Controller, it was like this is like so much better. It was so much more enjoyable. Which, oh man, I can go for replaying Mario Odyssey. That's such a good game.
Is it really? I'm thinking of getting it because I feel bad. I don't have the patience for those types of game anymore, Brainspawn, because I don't have the time. I'd much rather play co-op with you, or I'd much rather play co-op Borderlands with Lady, or Overwatch, because she and I could be on a team. But I enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I understand it's a good game. It has beautiful graphics. It has a beautiful aesthetic. The sound design. Combat's a little too complex for me. I can't do that anymore and sit there and learn all that and be consistent. And I got bored. I'm like, I don't want to go to 120 shrines.
I have that. I'm afraid to play it because of all those, like, yes, I want to play it because, like, it's, everyone, like, raves about it and everything. But I'm afraid of getting, like, it's gonna be too complicated for me because I feel like I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't have time for this. Like,
that's why I'm afraid of getting Odyssey, because I bought Red Dead Redemption 2.
Odyssey.
I played Red Dead for about 15 hours. Loved it. Beautiful game. Sound effects, sound design. Story is good. Looks great on my fucking 4K TV and all that. But then I was like, I stopped playing it because I don't want to sit down here in front of the TV and play Red Dead for 3 hours when I can spend time with Lady Blooper and we could be like, fuck yeah, we're going to co-op in something, and it's Borderlands. So it's quick and it's fast-paced and it's frantic. Or it's Overwatch and you play little 10-minute games like Halo 2, essentially, and it's like you get into the game and it's immediate action and satisfaction. I don't want to ride my horse across plains for 15 minutes, waste the precious little free time that I have to do that bullshittery, like the Master Chief says. And it sucks because I got Breath of the Wild launch day and I got Red Dead launch day, two $60 games, and I never finished either.
I still want to play Red Dead. Like, I think once I'm about to finish BioShock 1.
Oh, I'm actually watching my friend play BioShock 1 on Twitch right now on this stream.
And then, like, I'm gonna play BioShock 2 and then obviously Infinite. And then once after that, I may get Red Dead, because then I'm, like, the back catalog of what I want to play.
Red Dead 2 or Red Dead 1?
Done.
How do I play a film on here? I'm under temporary files, but when I press A on it, it just gives me the option to remove the film.
I don't know on here, because do you even do campaign films in here?
I have no fucking idea. I was asking you. Okay, when I go, I go to settings, I go to film. It says temporary files. I click Mombasa Streets. And then it just gives me the option to remove it.
Where are you in settings or files?
Sorry, my files. Then films.
Films. Oh, maybe it does.
But I press A on it and it cycles me over to the word remove. Do you have a different word under there?
Oh no, it just goes for remove.
Are you sure you want to delete this temporary file?
Maybe you can't watch campaign films.
Why would they be here? That's fucking bizarre. Because it even gives a file size over there. I bet there's a way to, and I'm just too dumb to. Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah.
What's weird is I still go into the fucking BIOS of my computer and fix shit, and I still fucking can pull it apart and like pop a new graphics card in and like update all the shit. But I can't figure out the fucking files in Halo ODST. That pisses me off so bad.
No, I still want to play Red Dead 2.
Okay. Wait, are you going to play Red Dead 1 first again? Like, replay it?
I think I was going to now.
Okay, because you are playing BioShock 1 and 2, so I was wondering. I started 2 over Halloween. It crashed on me twice during the stream, so I never finished it. I'm thinking of picking it back up because the remastered version on the PC looks fucking amazing. All the textures and graphics are high-res now.
For what, BioShock? Or
for BioShock 1 and 2. It came out completely free.
Ooh.
They remastered the entire game to have higher resolution graphics on everything in the game. So they are huge fucking file sizes. And they run at unlimited frame rate. So
nice.
It looks beautiful.
If you play that, I'll fucking watch it.
I played the first hour of it and it crashed on me twice in an hour, so I got mad and stopped. I will try again against my the rage of myself.
I would say like Odyssey is nothing like Breath of the Wild. Like, obviously it's different mechanics, but
does it have short? Okay, I like Mario 64 where you go in the paintings and it's short bite-sized chunks like that. Like I can pop in, grab a few stars, put down the game, go play something else.
If you weren't gonna do like if you weren't gonna collect all like 1,000 moons or whatever, you could just fly through the story really quickly because it's very linear at the same token. So like, because you're chasing Bowser, so it's like you could be like, oh, he's in the Cat Kingdom, so you could just literally do like the 2 missions, like, you know, quote unquote missions, you know, and then you're done with that level. Then you can go, then you chase him to the next kingdom, and you can just do that. Like,
okay,
you can
okay,
probably do it.
Maybe if I can find it cheap, but Nintendo games are like Apple products; they don't depreciate in value, so I can never get them cheap.
They do.
Like,
They do not.
Majora's Mask for the 3DS is still $35, and that came out when the 3DS came out, and I want to play Majora's Mask on it.
Like, if I get a chance, like, I want, because I have Mario Odyssey, like, cartridge. I would like to get it digital just so I could, you know, keep it on me without changing a goddamn cartridge.
Yeah, I bought a few things on digital only because I'm like, if on the rare occasions I take out my Switch, I don't want to have like a pocket full of cartridges like that I could lose, tiny little cartridges. I'd rather just have them installed on it.
Ditto. And if I ever manage to replace Mario Odyssey or whatever, if you don't get it by then, I'll just mail you Mario Odyssey.
Nice. Al's been suggesting this for years. You should just mail it to me so I could beat it and then mail you back like a weird rental service, and I can send you Breath of the Wild because I have that on
like,
hard copy.
I would, like, honestly, like, I mean, I never played Mario Galaxy for the Wii, and I mean, I always wanted to, but I never did. So, technically speaking, the last
Wait, did I say
Mario
Galaxy?
game
I didn't mean to say Mario Galaxy if I said that.
No. So the last Mario game I probably played before Odyssey was Sunshine.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even play Sunshine. I mostly watched you play it.
And even then, like, I never beat Sunshine. I mean, I beat Sunshine, but like, I never 100. Well, but like, I never 100% completed. Like, I did 64. Like 64, I got like all 120 stars and all that shit.
Are you sure? I'm 99% sure you eventually got all the stars, the suns, because you and I were going crazy trying to do those special levels to get all the fucking suns from them.
I don't think so, but like, one of these days, if I hook up the Wii and throw that game in, I'll check the file.
I mean, wouldn't it be on your GameCube? Oh, the memory card.
I have
Duh.
Yeah.
I forgot that it did not have, that they don't have like hard drives.
And but like Mario Odyssey, like, I would say it's so good. It's probably the best Mario game since. The 60.
That's what I said. She's packing her bags right now and leaving. Oh, there she goes with her bindle over her shoulder. Yep, she's walking down some train tracks. I can see her. I got my telescope up.
The train track conveniently by you.
But I'm like, oh, I can play Breath of the Wild or I can play Odyssey. But since she is a gamer, since she's actually good at games, like, she gives me a run for my money in Smash. She and I win like 50-50 at Mario Kart because she's really fucking good because she grew up playing Mario Kart. And she's good at Overwatch. I like having her as a teammate. So I'm like, oh, I could play Odyssey or I could do a co-op game with her and we can get like really heated. Like, I don't even like playing Smash against her that much because it's way more fun having like a co-op partner. Like, it's more fun playing ODST right now as an adult than like trying to keep up in like Halo 2 comp.
Yeah.
I'm just old and grumpy. I've been old and grumpy since I was 16, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into Mario Kart. And if I get the Wii over with the Mario Party and stuff, I can be into Mario parties.
You should at least get the new one because that's going to be the easiest on brain. If you play Mario Party 2 with her, you're going to beat the shit out of her at it, and she is not going to be appreciative of games.
I heard Mario Party 10 was better. It's the best recent one because like
it is, but it's also the most watered down.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's still kind of a 50-50, but it's on the right track again.
It's like Mario Party Lite. I think 2 is good because it could get really competitive, and you could do very well in a game. Like, you could pull ahead crazy far. In the new one, it's all balanced well enough that there's checks and balances. Lady Blooper's mom played with us once. She's never played Mario Party before, and she won one of the rounds. Like, not just a mini game. She won the most stars in one.
Wow.
So everyone kind of has a chance in this one, because like I know you're good, I'm good, Spooky's good, and we all get very fierce and competitive. So we'll all like pull ahead, pull behind, screw each other over. It's like playing Mario Party 2 with you guys is like being in Game of Thrones, except when it ends, at least one of us is happy. So
You remember that one time we were playing in Spaceland and Al got like he got shat on because the laser hit him and then it hit him again because you passed.
You lose all your coins when it hits you, if I recall.
Yep, he lost all his coins from
See,
one of us
this
passing,
one,
and then he lost it again when like one of us passed.
from what I recall in this one, there's no way to completely fuck up and lose all your coins. Or like in Mario Party 1 and 2, where it's like, sweet coins and stars with a rival. And it's like you have 120 and they have 3, and you're like, motherfucker.
It's like what we said.
There's
It's
less
the
propensity to be lightning bolted, yeah?
It's the game that ends friendships, where like eventually Mario Party became like...
it is.
Where all the like later Mario Parties became like Candyland, where like everyone wins. It's like, no, you don't want that.
This one, everyone doesn't win, but they balanced it so much that, like, my friend over, Dr. Zero, she will occasionally win, and she's not a gamer. Like, she didn't even want to play Mario Party with us because she's like, nope, I don't know video games, I'm not good at video games, I won't understand the controls. And I'm like, it's literally 4 buttons and a joystick, you could do this. We played 3 rounds that night. Lady won 1, I won 1, and our friend won 1. And I'm like, that is literally, that Thanos would love that. Perfectly balanced.
Balanced, as all things should be.
And on that note,
no problem.
I think it was fun gaming with you and yelling about science fiction stuff. And letting out. I had very few complaints with season 3. I think I aired all my grievances on stream. I had way more praises for season 3 than grievances, though.
That's good.
So
that's a win.